What is it doing? All I see is the top of my head. What is that? Yo, 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 yo.
What's going on, guys? Sorry about that. Last week I changed stuff up, so I had to bring stuff down. All right, what's going on, you guys? The Addict Show, where we talk about the past, present, future gaming. I got my co-host with me, Dirk Riggedy, I know you guys. I know what you're thinking. Damn, Addict, you did that fast. We already doing the intros. What's going on, Dirk?
Yeah, nothing much, man. What's going on with you, brother?
I just went and had a 3-mile walk, so I'm drinking water.
Oh, okay. Sounds good, man. 3 miles. That's a nice hike, man.
Yeah, it was on a track, so I was.
Yeah, bro. You are frozen because you're frozen on my side too. Even on Zoom, you're frozen. I'm looking at
I'm
the stream.
frozen?
I'm not frozen, but you are frozen.
All right, I should be good now. Problem is, I switched from
Yep, you
one
good
to
now.
the other. So what's going on, you guys? Appreciate you coming through here. You know, we are gonna since you had family stuff last week. Let's recap the leaks real quick because I know a lot of people wanted our back and forth with it. So we won't stick into this too much. Let me get into the edit video screen so that you know the people don't come after me.
Yeah, BT Maverick. I'm from Detroit, bro.
All right, so let me Addict Stamps. I call it Addict Stamps. I think that's funny.
Addict Stamps. Addict Stamps.
Yeah,
Get those Addict Stamps right, man.
Sucker.
You jive turkey.
I love this. Does he really say that exact sentence in the game?
No.
Oh,
I don't think so. But that's how black people used to talk in the 70s. From what I understand, I was a baby in the 70s, but watching some of them old movies.
I was watching Power.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerome kind of talks like that. So I guess that's like a stereotype.
Yeah,
right,
man.
So first one, we're going to talk about the Xbox leaks.
Mm-hmm.
And we are 9 minutes in. All right, I appreciate you guys being patient with me, man. Normally I have the timestamps and everything up, but I had to start walking again. Like, I need to get more in rotation of walking, and I couldn't do it after the show. I had to do it before. So, all right, let's talk about this dirt.
Let's talk about it, man.
The infamous leaks. You know, what? Give me your quick summary and your thoughts on it.
Well, Phil himself said that some things changed, but if you want to go right and exactly by the leaks as of they're set in stone, I think it shows that if you think about the future from Bethesda, because those are not like Bethesda games are the only games that leaked as far as Xbox first party studios, but some of the things Phil said, I think people see what he said and they instantly misinterpret what he said. There's so many different things that was said, but as far as the games, I love some of the games that they, from Dishonored 3 to some other stuff. The hardware is very interesting, bro. If it's still going as scheduled, like Phil did say, these are leaks from 3 years ago, from emails from 3 years ago. So it doesn't mean these things are still going to happen. But as far as the hardware, I mean, some people say they don't like the digital Xbox Series X. It doesn't matter to me because I'm all digital anyway. But if they can get the console more efficient, 2 terabytes, I'm down with it. So I kind of forgot some of the leaks. Addict, don't.
All right, so there was the Xbox new iteration of the Xbox Series X, the iteration of the Xbox Series S. There was the leak conversation between Phil, Sarah, and like 2 other executives saying that they don't hit their quotas by 2027, that they might leave the console industry.
That one. Now let me ask you that one. Like before you finish, to me, from what I read, is that somebody had like put out a chart, and it seemed like the chart was kind of wrong in Phil's eyes. Now, maybe I misinterpreted wrong because I'm a bot, but it seemed like he said, if things wind up like this, we'll be out of the game and industry in 2027. If that's how the chart was, or the prediction chart, or whatever the chart was, that's how I took it. It's obviously, I don't think Phil is saying if we don't see this, we're out of here in 2027. That's like 4 years from now. Come on. I don't really see that, especially with all of the investments they're making. But see, like this stupid person, and see, Pony's running with it because they ain't got nothing to do. He said RP Xbox 2027. Nah, I didn't take it like that. I'm just saying,
My thing is, if they were going to leave the industry, here's the thing. I think that there is a quota eventually that they would bow down and go third party if Game Pass isn't hitting their goals. But 2027 is too soon. To me, halfway through next generation. If they haven't hit the goals that they internally have, that's when they'll start hitting the brakes, maybe talking about, Game Pass if it's sustainable to them in the long term. But to me, you don't invest millions and millions and millions of dollars into research and development, R&D, to the new Xbox, and then explain where that money went. Like, to me, it makes more sense to go through with the next generation and see where it goes a few years into that generation. Because I made a video today, and it was just like, look, like, Microsoft has all the tools they need to really compete with PlayStation now. They have the big marketing deals such as Call of Duty, Overwatch. They have a huge lineup of first-party studios. They have Game Pass. They have the ability to reach in and pick up any of these indie developers and offer them a couple million to come on their subscription service. Like, they really do have a huge portfolio that one would think after a certain amount of time, you'll start seeing return. Imagine, we seen this with Starfield. What happens when Hellblade comes out and it's a good game? Avowed comes out and it's a good game. Fable comes out and it's a good game. Perfect Dark comes out and it's a good game. Outer Wars 2 comes out and it's a good game. Oblivion the remake. Fallout 3 remake. It's obviously those last two games most likely are going to be on PlayStation. Jones. Indiana Jones. Like, look, and that goes off if the games are good. But that's a given. Like, that doesn't need to be said. That is a given. The games have to be good. And to me, there's no reason. And I know me and you have went back and forth. Even if Game Pass isn't hitting the way they should, they'll probably stay afloat just off the sales on Steam alone. And that's why I'm like, look, Game Pass is a huge juggernaut. But at the end of the day, even before they had Game Pass, services was never Xbox's issues. What was it, Dirt?
It was a game.
It was games. And as long as you have games in your corner and they make sure these games do what they're supposed to, they're going to be successful.
Yep. Content is the key. Not only do they want new people to subscribe to Game Pass, they want to keep the fan base that they have. And how do you do that? With constant content, good quality content, smaller games dropping day one, third-party games, some third-party games dropping day one. And, bro, they're about to have the biggest, I would say the second biggest third-party game. But if you want to go by annually, the biggest third-party game every year. So that's about to be under their umbrella.
I don't have to technically do this on here because this is for ILP, but, I try to give value to the companies that do give us opportunities for stuff. Hex Gaming let me customize a PlayStation 4 Senses controller. Like, I don't know if
that's a five. That's a five controller.
Yeah. So unfortunately, like, the lighting is really bad.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's his own. Yeah. Oh, that's really nice.
So it's got these back pedals on it too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I would say it's like more on lines with the Edge controller. Actually, what I'll do is I'll give you their info when we get off the show, because they gave King an Xbox controller, and they're a little pricey, but I was playing it a little bit. I liked it. Like, it feels good. King loves his Xbox One.
Okay.
So sometimes you got to pay for that printing. Nah, I will agree with King. They boxing ain't it. Like,
really?
Like, normally when you get a controller, like, Xbox is really shown like that, the flap that you just raise up,
Yeah.
This you pull out, and it's like wrapped in this little bubble wrap thing. It's not a bubble wrap. It's like a piece of slim paper that's put over it, and like the thing isn't even customized to it, so it's like jiggling in it a little bit. Like it's like, man, I get it. Yeah. I get it. So all right. So here's my thing. Just correct me if I'm wrong, Dirk. Just the Bethesda game leak is more games than PlayStation probably has scheduled for the next 10 years.
Damn right it is.
Just the Bethesda one. That doesn't mean Activision when that is finalized, which most likely that's going through. And that doesn't mean the Xbox first party studios. Just Bethesda.
Yep. They're a publisher. And that publisher themselves have 8 studios. And listen, man, at the end of the day, Addict, this is a strong Xbox. If this league is true, Bethesda is looking really good. They held this year, they dropped what, two games? Or was it 3? No, 3 games. You want, like Hi-Fi Rush, Redfall, and Starfield. People want to, like, we don't like to mention Redfall too much, but I thought the game was okay, but it's not their best effort.
Didn't you notice in TGS? We'll get to that here in a second. Oh, Phil Spencer talked about the games that's coming out this year. He left Redfall.
Did he?
He brought up Hi-Fi Rush, Starfield. He said Hi-Fi Rush and the recently released Starfield and the soon to be released Forza just completely skipped Redfall.
It is what it is. Sometimes if it's something you're not like, if there's a moment in your life or in the moment that you're not too proud of, you try to avoid it.
I mean, to be fair, I get it. I do.
Yeah,
I get it.
I get it.
All right, so let's move on from the leaks. I'm sure he talked about the leaks quite a bit, and I talked about the leaks a lot too. So we don't really got to go too much into the leaks. Let's go into this thing that we're talking about.
Yo, hold on, Lewis. Is that true?
What?
He said, Jason Schreier said Jim Ryan is stepping down. Let me see if that's true, bro. No way is that true. He said Jason Schreier. Okay, like he hasn't blocked me. Let me see. Lewis, don't play, because I hate when people come in here with misinformation. Oh shit. Oh, I'm sorry. Bro. Addy, breaking news. Jason Schreier says breaking PlayStation boss Jim Ryan is stepping down. 2 sources.
What? Wait. Are you serious?
I'm dead. I'm about to
Jason Schreier?
This is the real Jason Schreier. And it was 3 minutes ago. Let me send it to you, bro.
Breaking news. PlayStation boss Jim Ryan is stepping down.
Whoa. Whoa.
Throw it away. Throw it away.
Whoa. Bro. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh my God, man!
Ain't listen, Jason Schreier, he's not that great. He as far as blocking people, he block everybody. He knows his stuff though.
I gotta get King in here.
Bro, no.
I gotta get King in here. I gotta get King in here. Oh my God.
Shout out to you, Lewis.
You know what? I can't get King in here because I'm not going to do fame like that. Because King, let's call King. Let's.
Bro. Oh snap.
Okay, hold up. Can you guys hear it?
Oh shit.
Can you guys hear that? Yeah. First off, you're live on the Addict Show. I'm posting something in the chat, okay?
Oh snap!
It's you're gonna go crazy. It just went live. It's breaking news. Oh, now I'm putting it in the chat. Go read that on the Facebook chat. Bro, I want your initial reaction when you see it.
Oh my God! 1 second.
King got
Oh, here we go. Everyone, listen.
Hold on. PlayStation boss Jim Ryan is stepping down. Two sources told Bloomberg. I told you Phil was gonna kill him. Phil was gonna kill him.
What?
But I told you Phil was gonna kill him. Took him out of there. This shit is on deck.
He's dead.
I told y'all he wasn't gonna survive that. He snitches, and stitches. I told you.
What?
He's gonna lump that boy up. He lumped that boy. You ain't see that boy since. He went in witness protection program. Oh God and them. I told you he was gonna slump him. Phil's a killer.
Bro.
Can you hear King?
Huh?
No, I was asking, can they hear King?
Yeah, I can hear him clearly.
It's crazy, man. Are you Are you sleeping?
No, I'm in the gym.
Oh, all right. I will definitely be listening to your thoughts. King will be on Fame's podcast today, correct?
Yes, I'll be on Fame's podcast at 7 Eastern Standard Time. I don't know. He's like on Mountain Time or something crazy like that. But I'll be there. Jim won't be there. Matter of fact, Jim won't be at a PlayStation. And I told you ain't going to be no PlayStation 6. I told you, remember the
Oh, goodness.
I don't know. What did I tell y'all? Jim was going to get axed out of there. And everybody's like, nah, Jim, see, he's good. PlayStation's in first place. Your wallet's looking like last place, bro.
Oh.
Talk about Xbox leaving. That PlayStation is an app. On God. Later, Addict.
Bro.
Oh my God. Yo, okay. Everyone right now, post on Twitter that we talking about Jim Ryan is out of there.
Yo. I'm thinking the Sony big boys that look, man.
I wonder
if... I can't wait to get some details why he's stepping down, bro.
They ain't gonna tell you. You know they ain't gonna tell you.
You don't think they gonna tell you?
He gonna come up with some thing that's saying, you know, I've decided to move on with my career. They're not gonna say, look,
damn,
he hasn't been hitting the strides that he needs to. Like, it's just point blank.
Shit, man.
Yeah, and we've been saying this how long? Something weird about Jim Ryan. Jim Ryan ain't doing what the past ones have done.
Ooh, he's looking. He was. I always said the PS4. You know, they had great leaders there, from Jack Trinton to Yoshida to Shaun Layden. They had great leaders.
Right there, Silver Afro. Love that name, by the way. He said he's not a gamer, and I think that was the biggest thing. Like, look. People could say the dude that went to the Indies. What was his name? Ciro or
Yoshida?
Yoshida? You can say what you want about that man, but what was he? Dirt. He was a gamer.
He was a gamer.
Shaun Layden. You can say what you want about Shaun Layden, but what was Shaun Layden? He was a gamer. He actually played games.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you. Listen, man, we can talk. Listen, let's be real right now, Addict. Let's be real. The PlayStation brand, the PS4 was amazing, right? So great, so consoles. The only reason the PS5 is selling right now is because the PS4 was dominant. There's no reason that Jim Ryan is not causing the PS5 to sell. It's inertia, right? So when you think about what's going on right now, some of the decisions being made, there's a lot of scrutiny Jim Ryan's way, from the crying about the ABK deal, from saying it's okay in emails, leaked emails, and then live on Twitter and everything. He's crying about Xbox buying ABK, and maybe they don't have the growth that Sony wants.
Yo, imagine. First off, King, we call King live on the show. He gave us his little bit of bars, but they're going to be
change the title, bro. You got to change the title of the show.
Yeah, but guess they're going to that's going. We're going to end up talking about this half the show,
bro. You got to change the title of the show.
Jim Ryan stepping down.
No, you got to put breaking. Jim Ryan is leaving PlayStation or something like. You got to change.
Breaking
the title of the show,
news: Jim Ryan stepping down.
This is crazy. Hey, I was about to go off on Lewis. I was about to say, Lewis, don't come in here with this fraudulent news. And Lewis wasn't wasn't lying.
But fame. King you're going to get King bars. You're going to get King right after, because we already heard a little bit, and the chat knows where it's going. The source is Jason Schreier. Yo, I got to listen to every podcast this week. Every one of them. Oh, my God. I wonder who replaces him.
They should put Yoshida back in place. To be honest with you, promote him back to where he was before. I don't know. This is crazy. This is going to show you guys.
The PlayStation head just stepped down.
This is show you guys, all you PlayStation guys that think everything is great in PlayStation because they're selling consoles. It's more the console sales at this point. And we told you guys that. Microsoft figured that out last generation. They figured that stuff out, man. I don't know why Jim Ryan is stepping down. Maybe that's something he wants to do, or maybe it's some of the Sony higher ups that's higher than him say, look, man, you ain't it. You ain't it, buddy. Why don't you do us a favor and go ahead and get out of here?
It could be, too, maybe he's retiring. How old is Jim Ryan? Someone put in the chat how old Jim Ryan is. I need some,
in his early 60s.
Some chat Jim Ryan guesses. Put in there how old you think Jim is.
I mean, and we could probably Google it, but wow, this is unbelievable. This is crazy.
95. 53.
They're going to get Don Matrick.
63, 80, 150.
They say he's going to get... Hey, my boy Garcia said he's going to get Don Matrick to replace him. Oh, man.
Oh, my.
Let's Google it. Let me see. How old is
Jim? Is younger than Phil.
Phil's 55.
He said old enough.
Jim Ryan is 53. Yeah, he is younger than Phil. Oh, yeah, he's younger than Phil.
Peter Moore is 65 years old. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, so Jim Ryan is 53. He's younger. He's 2 years younger than Phil Spencer. Damn, but he looks older than Phil Spencer, doesn't he?
Does Jim Ryan have a Twitter account?
Yeah, but I don't think he ever uses it.
Yeah, but right now would be the time to use it.
Yo, this is crazy.
It's everywhere now.
This is crazy.
So ACG said, interesting if Jim Ryan leaves, I don't know who to make gifts about.
Yeah, that's true, because a lot of my thumbnails have Jim Ryan in them, bro. A lot of my thumbnails, like every one of my thumbnails got Jim Ryan crying in it.
See,
damn.
Okay. This is going to be a bad take. Well, it's going to be my take. I don't care if it's a bad take for you guys. I think you got to go. I really do. Because the thing is as much as I like clowning on these PlayStation guys from week to week, I do think Jim Ryan was taking PlayStation in a bad direction. Because I feel like there was a lot of emphasis behind like games as a service, and it's okay to invest in that area, but I feel like it was pushing more into that area than anything else. It's crazy, man. This completely threw the whole show into a disarray. Like,
oh man.
Yo, hey, Dirt. What happens next?
Next is the conversation of who's replacing him. Because we need to see who's replacing him. Is it a person that's more aggressive? Because Jim Ryan was pretty aggressive as far as, trying to take stuff away from Xbox and things like that. But who's replacing him is the next question. No. The first question is, why is he leaving? Was he fired or is he resigning? That's the question, right? Those the questions. Second is, who's replacing him?
Someone said, what if Sony gets Reggie?
That'd be pretty good for PlayStation.
Phil was replacing Jimmy Boy. That would set the world on fire.
Bro, that would suck, bro.
And imagine the PlayStation fanboys. They go from talking smack about him to saying, oh, he's gonna set the once if do you think Shaun Layton comes back?
Shaun Layton is with another company, right?
Yeah, he's like on like I think he's like he's helping Tencent with something, if I remember correctly. I don't know. What about Bobby? Bobby does make Activision money.
Bobby Kotick. Oh,
So someone said King taking Jim's place. It was planned all along. Oh my God, man. I get it. People are clowning me, said that you're just I didn't like the way they were going. I didn't, and then you look at something like this, the PS5, you're not seeing when it comes to the PS5. I felt like this time with the PS4, you've already started to see their successful games. No, think about it. Since it used to be on like this term, it feels like Phil Spencer took all his chess pieces away, and then he was there with an empty board. Because he came into getting stuff like Persona in their day, get on his platform, Yakuza's, a lot of Sega games. He had a lot of Japanese support. He had the Call of Duty licensing. He had all this to his name. And now we're at a point where he's lost Persona exclusivity, where it looks like. He has lost the Yakuza's for exclusivity. He's about to lose the marketing rights for Call of Duty. So
let me ask you, is it more Jim failures or more aggressive Xbox?
I think it's a combination of both. I think Jim has made PlayStation money at the cost of their reputation. Because look at it. What was announced today for PlayStation?
PC, Horizon Forbidden West PC.
And what else? The definitive edition.
No, it's called the complete edition.
The complete edition.
The complete, and it's $60, and only's had to pay for all the
all the
DLC and stuff. He's like,
and someone said, in Square Enix, he lost his Square Enix thing.
Yeah. Oh. Woo.
That's crazy, man.
Wasn't expecting that.
Fame, you want to come in here for a second? You got time?
You
got a couple seconds, Fame? You get king. Let me get 10 minutes. Let me get 10 minutes of fame with Fame.
Damn.
What do you think, Fame? What do you think, Fame?
This is crazy, bro.
What's going on, Fame?
My phone is blowing up, man. So many people sending me DMs. Like, Dirk, you see this? Dirk, you see this? Yeah, y'all, I see it. This is unbelievable, bro. I'm just not Addict. I'm at the point I'm just curious. I'm so curious about why he's stepping down. Is he being forced to step down? Is he stepping down voluntarily? No, you know what?
Hold up.
I can't do it.
Hold up. Okay, let me grab that. Let me send it to J-Dub on Twitter. What's going on, my dude? I know you don't like J-Dub. Me and him are pretty good friends. I love poking at him with a big giant stick when I can. Pause.
Nah, What's
going on, fam? All right. Let me change things up. It's completely. I like his screensaver.
Did I? Am I? You're. Yeah. Listen,
I might call up at work tomorrow.
I walk in the door.
Serious.
I walk in the door to get a DM about Line Crying Jim Ryan, and I am in disbelief.
Bruh. We found out live on show, bro. Live on show.
Yo.
Oh man.
It's crazy. We from all this stuff dating back with Activision and all this stuff going on, just for him to step down. Did you get in trouble for not, finishing the mission?
Good question.
It's like I was
failure.
It's like I was saying, Fame. He might have made them money, but he kind of cost them their reputation, like a little bit of it, because he had so many more tools before Phil started taking them from him. He had the Persona franchise, the Yakuza franchise, Final Fantasy. He had all of these things. And when he took over, he had the power narrative because of the whole thing. He had the whole Xbox One thing. You want to get technical? Jim Ryan dropped the biggest ball known to man. Like he had the opportunity, the privilege of taking Shaun Layton's legacy and stepping on Xbox until they just went away.
He could have killed Xbox.
He didn't do it. Then he spent $3.5 billion on Bungie that ain't doing shit.
They're just telling other franchises they can't go anywhere.
Tell Naughty Dog of all gaming developers at Sony what they should and shouldn't do. Come on, man. That's Naughty Dog. I don't care if it's a multiplayer game. That's Naughty Dog, and you got them canceling the game. Yo, Deviation Games. This game is trash. Don't do it. I'm telling you, man. This is crazy, bro. I can't wait to find out more information about it. Unbelievable.
You know, on top of that, like we just got those leaks of those emails that was going out, and like I was telling people, I did a 15 minutes of fame the other day, and I'm like, don't tell me that you got to be professional all the time, because I see how Jim Ryan talking these emails, and my man is just as bad as everybody else on these Twitter streets. I need Jason Schreier to do what Jason Schreier does and get some information, let us know
some info
what led to this,
man.
Because by all intents and purposes, PlayStation is just as profitable as it's been. They're selling consoles like crazy. Yeah. They got Spider-Man 2 along the way. You mean to tell me that Jim Ryan, at this moment of time, right before the launch of probably their only big game of the year, right? And you have an invisible roadmap that we can't see, and Microsoft is about to close the deal with Activision Blizzard, and you're constantly having games that are typically synonymous with PlayStation and exclusive to PlayStation also going on Xbox via Game Pass, so on and so forth. And this is the time that Jim Ryan leaves PlayStation?
Something crazy,
But he got told, go ahead and clock out.
and don't clock back in, you POS.
Yeah, he had security escort him to his office to get his stuff.
Go ahead and clock out, big dog, because you had an opportunity to destroy Xbox and you did. We need, and you know what's crazy? I can't wait.
Oh, press release from hold up, I think someone just sent me something. Hold up. Oh no, it's a press release from Jim. Oh, Jim Ryan to retire next spring, and Hakura Takani or whatever his name is to assume interim CEO while keeping his current role at Sony Group.
Stressed out, man.
He's retiring. I mean,
stressed out.
I guess if you guys want, we could go ahead and we could read.
Yeah, you can read it.
Yeah, let's read it. I don't read that well, so does anyone else want to read it?
He's 2 years younger than Phil Spencer, man. And he's retiring, huh?
All right, so hold up. Let me grab. I appreciate Don Otaku. He's the one that gave me the press release. All right, so let me cover this down. Don, I think I don't know if he's a. Let me put this in the chat so you guys can read along with us. All right. Here, let me put it over the right side of the screen. Put it over me. All right, so it's over Fame a little bit, but all right.
So good. Anybody coming to see me?
Stop that. I'll put it over me exclusively.
See the boy David and put out a video. I can't. Yo, I got your boy on the podcast tonight, King David. I can't. The timing. The timing is impeccable for me to have King David on tonight when this happens. Impeccable.
All right,
so PlayStation officially announced it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading is on PlayStation thing. All right, so I put it in the chat. If someone wants to click it, it's in the chat. What I'm reading right now is in the chat.
Oh, our chat?
Yeah, no, the chat for the podcast.
I got it here.
If it does, anyone want to read this but me? Because I'm telling you.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah.
As you have seen today in the news, I have announced my retirement after nearly 30 years at Sony Interactive Entertainment. I do not take this decision lightly, and I absolutely love SIE and our community. But of late, I've been finding it increasingly difficult to strike the right balance between having my home in the UK and my job in the United States. As mentioned in the press release, I will continue my role as president and CEO until March 2024, effective April 1st, 2024. Hirkio HT, I'm bad at names, I apologize, will be appointed interim CEO of SIE while he continues his current role as Sony Group Corporation. I feel humbled at having the opportunity to lead a company delivering products that touch millions of lives, from award-winning games to incredibly immersive technical achievements delivered by PlayStation 5. I am immensely proud of what we have achieved and very optimistic for the future of Sony Interactive Entertainment. From my beginning in Europe, it was clear that Sony had built something truly special. Generations later, I am still amazed by excitement and passion of the PlayStation community. It is thanks to you that we have been able to keep innovating and delivering even greater experiences. Since 1994, generations of gamers have inspired us to do better, to push the boundaries, and the results have been incredible. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Y'all on the way out the door. Jim, lying, crying.
Hey man, last year was stressful for him, man. Like he did say, if Xbox acquired ABK, they can't recover. I guess he meant he couldn't recover because he said, I'm gonna just go ahead.
Look,
quits.
I guess at the end of the day, he might just be leaving because he's just stressed, and I get it. You constantly have to go between two things. Do you believe he left on his own or he was pushed out?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie.
I'm like 50-50.
If you remember, the community was seemingly, they didn't like Jim Ryan because it seemed like he was making changes that they didn't want. From gone are the Shaun Layden days of exclusivity. We're doing single player, and then you got this future of gas titles. You got, games going to PC, and it's going to be very interesting to see how their community reacts, because they went from hating Jim Ryan to defending Jim Ryan to sort of disliking him again. I do think it is a good chance he just wants to retire, right? Mm-hmm. But you can't tell me the fire that he's been under over the last year and a half to 2 years didn't push himself out the door, because you're constantly having to answer to a group of people who are on your bumper for every decision you made, which seems to be counteractive to their arguments of exclusivity, of single player, over the shoulder, third party action adventure games with some stealth elements, right? Now you're talking about gas, you're talking about PC.
I got a super chat.
You don't like this.
I got a super chat. Jim is going to join the Constellation. Look,
hey,
I think.
Hey, Frank. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think there's a chance that he's generally retiring. But I think there is some merits where both of us could be true. I think he's retiring, but I don't think Sony was trying to keep him around either. You know what I'm saying? It's like we interviewed Peter Moore, and Peter Moore said when he did that call and said I'm leaving, it seemed like they were originally going to try to get him to stay, but then when they told him where he's going, I can't compete with that. It's a wrap. It feels like, to me personally, maybe they do value him, and I'm sure they value him to some degree. He makes the money, but I do feel like the past 2 years have been rough on PlayStation. They really haven't had a whole lot of hits. They've had a lot of raises. They keep investing into stuff. They've had to drop studios, like that studio they haven't announced a new IP in forever for a minute. I think it's been a little rough for them. I really do.
Yeah. See, let me say something. As a response to what Fame was saying, I agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, scrutiny comes with the job, right? Phil Spencer got absolutely destroyed for years about Xbox lack of games, by Xbox being destroyed in console sales. Even early this year with Redfall and CMA blocking the deal, Phil Spencer didn't back down from doing that interview with Kind of Funny Games. So if Jim Ryan can't handle the scrutiny from PlayStation guys, because it goes back to the old cliche, everybody's not going to like you, or I'm sorry, you can't please everybody. So if Jim Ryan can't handle the scrutiny of what comes with his position, maybe he's just not built for it. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, the chat gonna be TTSing, bro. You know you're gonna be talking.
I'm getting messages that's saying, I already know you could get up a video about Jim Ryan stepping down.
All we gonna see is this.
I might do two spins. I might do two spins on that sucker.
Let me get these super chats for you,
All
Addict.
right, man. I appreciate it. It's been crazy.
Let me see. Jack's 82. Is anyone? Oh yeah, Delta Knight. Hold on. Oh, we got a few. Okay, I see the man who got them horns. Member for 34 months. Everybody put on your dancing shoes and Jamaican accents for the homie Jim. Damn, Jamaican accents. Delta Knight with the 2 tears are streaming out of the holes and Dreamcast got face. Oh, come on, Delta Knight. Be nice, man. We on Addict Show right now. Jack's 82 with the 5. Jim Ryan never invested in PlayStation. Plus, he never listened to the fans. Investing in games we didn't ask for or wanted it. Time for a change anyway. All right, Jack's 82, man. Rain G4 with the 2. Oh, like you said, Jim is going to join the constellation.
Yeah,
I thought that was another one. Don Taku. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let me get these older ones real quick.
Oh,
Alvin with the $2 super chat. Pack it up, Jimbo. Pack it up. Angry Therapist with the 5 gifted member chat. Appreciate that. Another $2 super chat for the Angry Therapist. Jim Lies caught up with him. Am I starting to read the stuff you did?
Not yet.
Okay. Adidas with the 3 months member. Don't be surprised if casuals choose Xbox next generation. Adidas with another $2 super chat. What's up, Dirt? Alvin with the $2 super chat. Phil beat Jim Ryan's legs in. Is that where I'm reading now?
I haven't got to that part. You can keep on going.
$2 super chat from the Angry Therapist. Jim must have been stressed at PlayStation. Another $2 super chat from Jax82. Remakes and remasters is why Jim Ryan is gone. Another $2 super chat from Corey. Jim coming over to run Activision.
You say you going to run Activision?
Yo, once of Xbox like poaches and go to Activision. Yeah, that would drive the internet into a frenzy.
Oh man.
$2 super chat from Dolan Knight. It's all Dirt's fault. J-Tech. $5 super chat for Rain G4. What if Jim Ryan hacked PS then steps down?
Damn.
$5 super chat from Spartan661. Jim Ryan looks and is going to be acting like the famous chef that curses a lot, Gordon Ramsay. He kind of looks like Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, you do favor him a little bit. Yeah, they favor him.
Yeah. And then $2 super from Ellie. Look at Charlie Intel's last post. I don't know who that is.
That's the guy. I think he covers Call of Duty.
That's the COD guy, yeah.
Yeah, let me see what he said. Yeah, I didn't even see all these other super chats before though. So I'm glad you still got them on. Let me see what he said.
I think he was he was referring to the thing that we are at. That was an old super chat. We got a member chat for the man who got them horns. Pause. Everybody put on your dancing shoes and Jamaican accent for the homie Jim.
Oh yeah, now that's the one I got that one.
Okay. $2 super chat from Dolan Knight. Tears are streaming out of the holes in DC's face. Yeah, we read that. $5 super chat from Jax82. Jim Ryan never invested in PlayStation. Plus, he never listened to the fans, invested in games. We didn't ask for or wanted it. Was it time for change anyway? $2 super chat from Rain G4. Jim is going to join the Constellation. Oh, my God. $5 super chat from Nintendo the Don the Otaku. Let's check the stats. Falls to block ABK after defacing PS to do so. Xbox becomes more profitable. PS roadmap is shambles. They got him out of here. Do you think they got him out of there because he couldn't stop the Activision thing?
He tried his ass off.
He tried his best, but I don't know. You know, who knows, bro? Behind closed doors, we have no idea.
$5 super chat from Let's Burn 98. My Lee Burn 98. Now we know why Jim was nonstop traveling to see the CMA. Poor guy was homesick. Oh, $5 super chat from King is overrated. Damn, man, they let him spell out. Damn. CS2 comes out an hour ago. I didn't even catch this live. Wow, crazy to big gaming headlines in one day. What's CS2?
CS2?
I don't know what that is.
Does it? Know.
Someone put in there. What's CS2? $2 from Barrius. Hold the line. Phil Maximin Aurelius Spencer 1. He cut $5 super chat from Cobweb. They replaced Jim with the CFO. In my experience, when they bring in the financial team, the house is on fire. I bet some budget cuts are next.
Paul
Oh,
Weeb is a very smart dude, by the way, very educated guy, man. So he usually knows what he's talking about. Too.
that would make sense. That would make sense. He got $5 super chat from MDY. What if Jim's resignation was one of the hackers' demands, Bobby? We want Jim up out of there. We want Jim up out of there. We want $10 million. And they're like, well, we ain't giving you $10 million, but we'll get rid of Jim. That's good enough. We won't do it.
Oh man.
Oh, that was a good one. All right. So sorry, Dirk, what was you saying?
No, I was saying Carl Weeb, he's a very smart guy, very educated young man. I usually listen. I mean, I listen to everybody, but when he says something, I really pay close attention to what he said because he's usually on point. Mandy is the MD with the 5. He said, "What if Jim resignation was one of the hackers?" Oh, you did say that. Okay, Bobby Kotick is going to need. Oh, you said okay. Anyone had a Don Matrick number? Okay, I'm sorry. So you just read that.
Yeah,
that was funny.
What happens if they get Tom Matrick? That's never happening. But
no, that's never happened, bro.
This is crazy. I gotta.
Did you see what Stein said? Stein.
Did you see Fame's background?
Oh man.
Yo, Dirt, tomorrow, your Darkness podcast.
Oh man, I'm about to make the thumbnail right now after the show. This is one of my last Jim. You know, Jim Ryan's on every one of my thumbnails.
What are you gonna do now?
I'm still gonna put them on there until they announce the new. Oh my! Look at that! Look at background. I love it. Oh man, bro.
Look,
Crazy.
At the end of the day, regardless if he actually wanted to, resign or didn't resign, that's kind of irrelevant to the point. We joke around, but I hope the dude, if he's being like hit that hard mentally, get some rest. Job ain't worth it, man. That dude most likely he don't need the money anymore. Let's be real. No. He's been there for a minute. He's good. It's just like if you need that, go do that. But it is fun to speculate. Like, is it really him leaving because he just homesick and he's having a hard time doing this, or is the house on the fire? And Kyle Weeb is good point. In my experience, when you bring in the financial team, the house is on fire. I bet some budget cuts are next. And they've been buying these studios too, by the way. Yeah. So
that's why they need these gas games. They need these gas games to bring in some extra revenue. So we all jokes aside, right? Again, we talked about it. If he truly is having, if it's mental health stuff like that, because I always got a special place in my heart for men who take care of their mental health, or someone who struggle with it. Much respect for that. All jokes aside, right? If that's what it is, take care of yourself, retire, do your thing. But it's not lost upon us what you guys saying about the financial team, because they're investing into gas. There's a chance that we might see less of your God of War type big,
man.
Type. We might see less of that,
especially
it may not be as profitable as we all think it is.
Especially if some of them are mad successful. Yep. If they get like anything remotely close to a Fortnite success, like remotely close to it. Even if they get on there with the Apex Legends success and they get like one or two of those, that is so massive. I find it hard to believe people that's looking at the numbers are going to look and they'll be like, I wonder if we took money out of these other games that's not making that money and try to make more of those games. God of War, St. Monica. Well, can we make a games as a service with God of War? Can we do that? And I'm not saying that I don't think they'll ever truly get away from making single player over the shoulder action adventure games. I'm saying that if their games as a service become more and more successful, they'll start to let the gas off the pedal a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Listen, it's just like this, man. What Fame said, the PS4 generation, PlayStation had great single-player games, but at the same time, they were great. They were also quality, meaning they were also very expensive. I was surprised that The Last of Us 2 only sold 10 million. Now, 10 million is a great number, don't get me wrong, but you can tell the budget of that game was ridiculous. That budget had to be close to $200 million, and 10 million. Now, don't forget, Jim Ryan said this in an interview a couple years ago. Their game selling 10 to 20 million just isn't cutting it anymore. They will sell games and nothing else. No more monetization will come from these games. So them focusing on games as a service, it is what it is. But I don't know, man. This is I just don't know, man. We just don't know what's up. All we can do is speculate right now.
And that's what we do. I always get annoyed when people say you guys don't know everything, so why do you?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because I've had like people in the industry that say, when I listen to some of these podcasts and like they have these like left to right takes and like I know it's not that, I always laugh. I'm like, well, that's all we know.
Yeah, like we don't know.
Like we can only speculate unless you give us more information. And I get it. Imagine being an executive somewhere and you seeing these off the wall takes, these crazy takes. Imagine how entertaining that would be. And being in that perspective, I can understand where you're like, yo, is he out of his mind? Like,
oh, man.
But, that's what we do. The media tries to write about media, about the games. And influencers and podcasters, I consider them all together. I feel like we have more of a raw, uncut version of that. Media, generally there's, I'm sure Fame will know, he runs a website. There's like 5 different layers to posting an article. I can get a video out depending on how long it takes me to record it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what to even say anymore at this point. This was a juggernaut news topic that came out of nowhere because we was talking about something else and Lewis in the chat was like, "Hey man, Jim Ryan stepped down." Like, oh, wait a minute, stop lying to me.
Yeah,
Dude, I changed my thumbnail and the title of my podcast tonight.
You have to. You have to. I told Adam to change the title of the show right now, bro. He did.
And it works because the thumbnail I got King David holding the PlayStation controller. So I'm like, this is perfect.
And you know what's funny? I told my girl when I get off this, we watching something, we doing something. But now after this podcast, I got to go and be like, I got to make a video real quick. Like, so my video
spins at it.
My video tonight is tomorrow's video. So
yeah, man, that's how you got to do it. So my Dark Man podcast is tomorrow, and I hope some more information drop. Before the show. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, bro.
Let me get these super chats real quick, and I know we don't have Fame much longer. He got a show here really soon. I do want his take on the Fable thing real quick, but let me get these super chats real quick. $2 super chat from Dan Lorenzo. Phil Spencer is now officially the GOATs. $5 super chat from Rain G4. This is like when you hear the glass breaking during the WWE Attitude Era.
Stone Cold.
When Stone Cold walks out, I it's like da 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 da. That's the thing because I don't watch a lot of that. $2 super chat from the Liz 22. Does this open up PC day and date? Ooh,
I think I think that would benefit PS PlayStation Plus tremendously if they did that.
But the other person that might take over might have a Shaun Layton perspective, and they pull back on the PC stuff. $2 super chat from really Hector. That man, Macho Man Dirt isn't crazy. Jim is gone and Phil is still here. $5 super chat from Boss Red 77. Jim Ryan, you want a place to play new IPs and AAA games? We have a place for you. It's called the PlayStation 4.
Oh snap!
$5 super chat. Nintendo Dawn the Otaku. IGN when Jim steps down. PS Boss steps down after an amazing run. IGN if Phil Spencer steps down. Xbox Boss possibly fired as the Xbox remains in third place.
Yep.
$2 super chat from NDY. Jim really raised the prices and peaced out. All right. So
oh man,
I lost it a little bit with that one. All right, man. So we obviously we don't got a whole lot of time. I don't like keeping these long, but let's talk about Fable real quick. I'm a huge fan of
Fable. I am hearing you in Fable news. What you got, man?
There was an article that was written on a LinkedIn profile that says that Fable is playable from beginning to end.
I did read that.
Yeah. So first off, we don't know what that means. You know, I think there was an article in 2019 saying Starfield was, but Starfield was supposed to come out in 2021 too. So you know, maybe there's a difference between Bethesda and you know, Playground Games. I don't know. I have a few developer friends I might reach out to and, you know, get a full understanding of what playable means. But clearly the game is, you know, done to some degree. Maybe it's like on the bottom level that they have to build up to now, but their perspective of what Fable is going to be most likely is on the screen right now. So what do you guys think about it? Like, do you think this really stands on the fact that this game might be coming out in like 2020, end of 2024, beginning of 2025?
Fable 2025 guaranteed.
Is it holiday or like summer?
I think it's holiday fall 2025.
But then where's the Outer Worlds 2? And supposedly Indiana Jones is around that time.
Yeah, I believe Indiana Jones is also 2025. Outer Worlds. So yeah, hey man, that's 3 games. They said one AAA game a quarter.
A quarter.
We might get Perfect Dark.
It's about to get
or Gears of War 6 at that time too.
Ooh, look at that. Look at all the content we're talking about, brother. Hey, Fame, you guys know. Fame,
and not to mention,
there were times we couldn't be talking about games like this with Xbox, bro.
2025
at all.
2025, we're probably going to get whatever that Doom game was. They had a Doom prequel that apparently they're working on.
Oh, Doom Year Zero.
Yeah, Fallout 3 remaster. Like I don't think I said it in the video today, and I'm sure you guys can appreciate it. It's going to be really hard for PlayStation to compete with Xbox with this engine they got going, as long as the games generate good games. And that's obviously extremely important. But it's just like, we just named like 6 games. And that's not to mention Perfect Dark, Avowed, Hellblade. You know, there's whatever Double Fine's working on. Like the 3 unknown IPs that we saw going on at on Bethesda. They were like project this, project that. The games as a service. You know what's crazy? PlayStation would kill to have the games as a service that Microsoft has right now.
Absolutely. They'll kill for a Sea of Thieves. Grounded. Anything. They'll tell they love it, bro. Oh,
so
man.
What's going on, Megatron? I see you in the chat. So what do you feel, Fame? First off, what's your expectations on scale that you feel Fable is going to be on? Like, is it going to be on the top echelon with, like, you know, a Halo type of budget? Or do you think it's going to be like a strong AA like the original Hellblade was? Where do you think the scale of this game is going to be?
I think because of Playground making it, and I believe Playground, even though we know them for their racers, they make the greatest racer, right? I think because of the quality of studio that we have, even if it was looked at internally at Microsoft as a big AA, I think because of the quality of the studio, we're going to get that big AAA experience. I do feel the big focus of this game is going to be giving us that classic Fable feel, because talk about ruining the name. If you don't give people that classic, you know, humor and things like that, they have to be able to do that, right? I do think the importance of this game being good is very important to Microsoft and to Playgrounds, because it moves them from just being the Forza developers, even though we know it's a separate team. It goes them from just being the Forza developers to actually getting more respect from people from being that big AAA studio that can make a story, that can build characters and stuff like that. I think the scale of this game is going to be big. I don't expect any disappointment, because I think we know what we're getting from Playground, which is, by all the purposes, until we see otherwise, quality.
Look,
100%.
They prove otherwise, it's quality.
Look at my my brother's girlfriend's dog. This thing always shakes. It doesn't matter what time it is. Like, it shakes 24/7. like, look at him. He's cute though. Besides, it's like,
it's a girl.
She's cute though. Besides, like, her big eyes. Like,
Would you stop?
Hey, Addict, I appreciate the invite.
Down.
All right, brother.
To get ready for 2XP.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. You got a big show coming up, man.
Oh yeah, I'm sending them all over to you, man. I'm sending them all.
Big show coming up, man.
Hey, I appreciate y'all. Y'all take it easy. Y'all
All right, man. See you.
All right, bro.
Man.
Huh?
Crazy, Alec.
It's crazy, man. It's and
Yeah.
I think this shows. I think the reason that if he did get pushed out,
Did you hear me?
I'm on the podcast. Man. I think the reason that if he did get pushed out, it wasn't necessarily him not making the money. It was he let so much stuff happen under his watch with competition.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, when he took over up until now, Xbox is a completely different company.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I don't know if they're looking at that as like an L and it's like, you know, we expected you to maintain these relationships better. Or maybe it was. Maybe, you know, he made promises that he could stop that Activision deal. It is kind of ironic that he retires right before the Activision deal was even approved.
You know, maybe he did say, you know what? I got some people, some friends at the CMA. I got some friends.
Maybe
They're
that's the
gonna make
reason
sure.
the CMA was extra about it. Because,
Hey, let's be
you know,
honest.
I don't know. You know, I'm not conspiracy theory.
Yeah, but let's be honest though, Alex. Maybe he guaranteed Sony, no, I got some friends at the CMA. They're going to block the deal, and they did.
For a whole 2 weeks.
But he didn't have friends at the EU and everywhere else, and they didn't. They made sure they did. So this is crazy, man. You know, I was just thinking to myself earlier today, where I was like, man, why am I gonna talk about a Dark Man tomorrow? Huh? Don't worry about that anymore.
Yeah. So let's try to get the rest of these topics. TGS Aftermath. I want to talk about the Shaun Layton thing again, man. Like,
Shaun Layton.
it's the Jim Ryan thing.
Oh, okay,
We're
bro. Yeah.
8 minutes in. An hour, 8 minutes in. All right, so TGS Aftermath. Did you watch it? And if you didn't watch it, did you know what got announced?
Yeah, I watched it. I thought it was okay. I thought
I
last
thought
year's
it
show
was a decent
better.
show. I actually thought
Yeah.
the state of play that PlayStation just did, I thought that that TGS was better. I didn't really like, because if you really take away like the Spider-Man they already shown and you know Final Fantasy, for me, what did that state of play really show?
Yeah, nothing much. Listen, I liked it, man. When you see the, when you just continue to see the relationship between Sega and Xbox, man, and like all of those games, like some of these games are not my cup of tea, but someone like you, who's an American or Xbox fan, that you love JRPGs, the announcements they had, some of the Yakuza announcements, like some of those other games, some of them going to Game Pass. I thought it was a pretty decent show. Like I said, I remember last year being a little bit better in my opinion, but still, man, for Xbox to have a show at the Tokyo Game Show, announce some titles coming to the platform. And, you know, there were times, you know, like we mentioned this before, Addict, there were times I would say earlier this generation or last generation, I said, Xbox, just to get out of Japan. They don't rock out with you, Xbox. Just forget it. And Phil Spencer, no, he's like, no, we are going to continue to try our best in Japan. And that's what they're doing, bro. So.
And respect to them, because it's like a lot of people, because, you know, it wasn't just you. There's so many Xbox people, because I have so many JRPG. They need to do better in this. My channel, you can mistake my channel for a Japanese role-playing channel. Like if you didn't know any better. And in a way that's kind of true. You know, I am very advocate on Xbox doing better. And I think the reason people would think that is because I make so much content, because I do believe, as a real big fan of the old Final Fantasies, of Japanese role-playing games like Persona and stuff in general, that those games are essential to make sure that you can compete in today's modern society. Like, it's hard to compete with these companies like PlayStation if you don't have those with you to help you fight those battles.
Agreed. So, you know, like there was times last generation where people were saying Phil Spencer going to Japan for nothing. The Japanese markets don't care about Xbox, Phil Spencer. And you know what? They're still not killing it in Japan, but you have to try. And they're continuing to try. And they're bringing JRPGs and Japanese games from Japanese developers to the Xbox brand. And like I said earlier, some of them are in Game Pass day one. And I think that's huge, bro. Because you got to cater to everybody, man. You just can't be a shooter box. You just can't be a single player, behind the shoulder, story driven game box. You got to cater to as many people as you can because everybody obviously don't like the same thing.
Yeah, I feel you. And it's just like, it's all about being diverse and giving your audience multiple things to play. I think that's the most important thing out of everything. Let me get these super chats real quick. We're going to be ending the show here in about 10 minutes. Mr. Mans and them. Let me make sure, because you guys have just been so generous. This thing, it's hard for me to keep up with all these. Okay. IGN, when IGN steps down. Oh yeah, okay. So $5 super chat from Nintendo Don the Otaku. First off, I want to thank you for giving me that link. He DM'd me that link. The crazy part is Jim doesn't have a single game under his name. Every game that has dropped so far was from Layton's era. He has only closed studios. He's got kind of a point there.
I didn't even think about that. He's right.
Yeah, $5 from the Angry Therapist MD. Phil about to tell the world we welcome PlayStation and Xbox. $2 shoot out from Mr. Mans and them. Phil saved Xbox and PlayStation. $2 super chat from the Angry Therapist. Jim got let go because of the remix showcase. Oh, well, you guys are just super chatting like crazy, man. $5 super chat from Bone Slave. Only a man who knows his job is in jeopardy will travel country to country to block a deal. They gave him an ultimatum. I don't know, but $2 super chat from Spartan 661. Jim got to see the world on Sony's dollar before he left. He kind of did. I mean, let's be real. That man's seen the world before that day. $5 super chat from Jax82. In all seriousness, I don't cheer for people losing their jobs. Jim probably left because of fatigue, being away from family, or something personal. I agree. It's just curious on if he left willingly or like he was coming close to where he could just retire and he's like, I'm out. That's my only real question. $2 super chat from Dwayne Colavioto. Dwayne Colavioto? I don't know. Calavito. I like that.
Like something like that, yeah.
Long live the king of gameplay, Phil Spencer. So before we go out of here, I'm going to go to the live chat. We're going to do a poll real quick.
Whole time.
Did Jim Ryan leave willingly on his own?
That's a good question.
Yes or no? Bam.
That's a good question.
All right, so guys, answer that. It's in the chat right now. I'm kind of curious the vibes of the community, exactly what you guys think.
It's a good question, man.
Did Jim? So we already have 54 votes. 89% said no. 11% said yes. What show? I will send you to the show. King will be on talking about this. Don't worry about that. Even if Derek got to go, I will still stay until they go live. 100 said no. 17, 16. Yo, they being mad crazy with this, man. 83% said no. 17% said yes. We got 126 votes already. Yeah, it's level 1 gaming. I think here's the thing. It's like I said, regardless what he left, it's irrelevant. He's leaving. I'm curious who they replace him with, and I'm curious because we got the same thing to worry about. If Phil Spencer left, what is that next dude gonna do?
Yeah,
and we got to be real here. Phil Spencer's been doing just this role for like 10 years now.
Yeah,
like he's probably on the outs of retiring too. I was actually told that he was going to retire before the Bethesda deal.
Phil was?
Yeah, and part of the agreement to buying Bethesda was he would stay on for the transition. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because look at Phil when he took over now. This job is stressful.
Yeah. It's definitely stressful.
People have a good. Who takes over if Phil leaves?
That's a good question.
A lot of
Sarah
people.
Bond, Matt Booty.
I
Somebody.
don't think it's going to be Sarah Bond. For some reason,
think-
I feel like Sarah Bond's going to Activision. I don't know why.
Was that something beeping your end?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something. I thought I thought it was my carbon dioxide. Yeah, I said. How about Mike Ybarra?
Oh, Paris Lockhart said just heard Phil's name, but false. I don't know if he's talking about if Sarah Bond or what I was told.
What you talking about? Like retiring or something?
Paris Lockhart works for Microsoft, so and that's what I was just told, man. Retiring. Oh, okay. Look, man, Phil getting up there in age, man. We got to start discussing if he does retire, who's going to take him. I assume Paris he don't want to do this the rest of his life.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, it's mad stressful. It's stressful for me covering it. I can't imagine how stressful it is for someone on the head of one of the things that we're covering. It's not that he's old. It's just like, look, like a lot of people don't retire to a certain age because they're still, building up their retirement fund, or they're like Phil probably got the bread to leave right now if he wanted to.
Yeah, of course.
Once you get to the certain things and you're making a certain amount of money, it's a different level when you retire. You don't just retire when you hit 65 anymore.
Right, of course. You want to make sure you're ready to retire.
Yeah.
Especially when you make their kind of money.
Phil will be an AI and run Xbox forever.
Oh, man.
I think when it comes down to it, man, people retire when they need to at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
that's all you can say.
I do think Sarah Bond is going to Activision. I know that's probably wrong, but I think Sarah Bond going to Activision just makes sense. I think she would like gravitate over there really easily. Maybe because it does look like they've been really, grooming her to take over Phil Spencer's spot. It really does. But I think if she does go to Activision, it's because that was the initial plan. But who's going to take over Bobby? And I don't think they're just going to give that to anyone. It's going to have to be someone to make sense because of things that's going on over there. When they bought Bethesda, they didn't have, the stuff that was going on at Bethesda like they have at Activision. It says, no, we need Sarah Bond to bring home Xbox first. I mean, to bring Sega.
Oh, Sega. Well, because at first, Phil is taking over Bobby's spot. But like you said, Phil ain't going to be there forever. Phil is 55 years old, so he's getting up there in age. So
he's been spotted on yachts outside Miami. I'm sure these executives are always on yachts to some degree.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
Yeah, they get invited there for like some meeting or they're just on vacation. I'm sure some of these executives own a yacht. These people aren't. They got some money in the bank account, man. That's why I said don't sit there and say because Phil ain't 75 he can't retire. Phil can. I mean, Jim Ryan is announcing retirement and he's younger than Phil.
Yeah. Shoot, man. Phil is. I'm sure Phil. Like you think Phil get paid 7 to 8 figures? I think 7 figures, man. Probably. He's fine.
He's probably high 6 figures. It'd be crazy if he made
high 6 figures.
Yeah, I don't.
Got his position.
I don't.
7 figures.
I don't know. I'm never really into people's money like that, but to think he'd make $1 million plus, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, high position. So.
I mean, he does. To my knowledge, he would get paid like a lot of bonuses and stuff. Mm-hmm. So he's on the board. I don't know. See, I don't know how stuff like that works. I don't know how much those kind of people make. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see if Google knows how much Phil Spencer makes.
I think it's 7 figures, bro.
How much money does Phil Spencer make at Xbox? Oh, they have a whole page dedicated to this stuff, man. It's Phil Spencer's network. Phil Spencer is an American business executive who has a net worth of $25 million. So that's how much he got in assets and stuff right now. 25 million. Phil makes $8 million a year. I don't know. The math doesn't add up. The math doesn't. It's not mathing right. Okay. Like,
he's a big time executive, bro.
If he is worth 25 million, you mean to tell me that no, you guys are pocket watching?
No, I brought it up.
So that means that's a lot of money he be making like crazy every year. You're right. He probably pays a lot in taxes. That's kind of interesting. I've never known how like executives and stuff. Twitter says he's worth 25 million, like as of right now. So you mean to tell me what? He said $8 million. Is that what they said that they think he makes a year?
Yeah.
So he's made. Yeah, that might be right though.
Yeah,
that might be right. I don't know. Maybe $2 million a year. See, I think $8 million is a little too. I don't know, man. Maybe these executives be making it out like that. I would. I don't know. I don't know how much these people make. $10 million after tax is like $8 million. But you got to consider he's been there for a while, so he's been making that kind of money for a minute, and he's worth 25 million. And Phil Spencer don't look like the type of person to have like a Lamborghini outside his house.
He ain't like a regular guy. There's a lot of assets, a lot of.
Now, don't get wrong. He probably has some very luxurious premium stuff. But I just don't see him driving like a Bugatti down the road.
No, he's not that type. He's not that type.
So it's just like, he kind of seems like the person that's like, when it matters, he gonna spend that extra money. A suburban Outback. You can spend up to $125 million at Microsoft without a board approval. You're live with this. Jim, F around and find out. Let me get these super chats and send you guys on your way, man. Okay, $2 super chat from God Emperor Sofa King. King said they packed him up. $5 super chat from the Angry Therapist MD. All these third-party deals he made to keep games off Xbox backfired on Jim. Look at how many of these deals failed. Look at Square. Yeah, I feel him on that. I don't know. I don't know how much of that stuff goes. We don't really know too much when it comes to that.
Excuse me.
The deal ended. 301 votes, and 78% of you said no. Seriously, Jim leaving like gone? Yes, Jesse B. He is gone with a capital G.
He gone, man. gone.
Hashtag Sony mismanagement. I wonder how Phil feels about this.
I'm sure Phil will tweet something
he
soon,
will.
like like congratulations on your retirement.
Here's the question.
Something like that.
Here's the question. What kind of thought process is at Microsoft? Like, is it like worry a little bit because at least Jim Ryan was the person they knew, or is it a little worried on who they replacing him with?
Nah, I think Xbox is so confident in everything they have right now. I don't think it matters to them.
I feel you.
What can Sony do to counter ABK? By Take-Two, they can't afford that. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's go ahead and pull out of this podcast. We 25 minutes in doing our outros. So, Dirt, where are you going to be at? What's going on? Tell the chat where you at. Today's been a monumental episode. It's not very often that stuff happens live on my show. It's not very often stuff happens on ILP either because it's on Sunday. Most news, unless Jason Schreier does something, most news don't come out on this Sunday.
Hey, I'm putting my channel in the chat. Check it out. I will have a one-man podcast tomorrow discussing this, and trust me, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to talk some trash. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you guys up front, I'm going to talk a lot of trash. But at the end of the day, the guy's retiring for whatever reason. But we're going to discuss all of that. We're going to have some fun. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm putting my channel in the chat. So guys, tune in, stop by Pro Xbox channel. We talk a lot of trash. We have a lot of fun.
Make sure you put your Twitter in there too.
Yeah, I always forget to do my Twitter.
Yeah, because I would actually argue it makes more sense to put your Twitter in there than your YouTube channel, because at least you have the engagement from your Twitter, and then they go to your Twitter and follow you to YouTube. Because if you think about it, when you find a new content creator or something, you usually go to their Twitter from like a social media stuff and find the rest of their stuff.
Yep, you're right. Let me put my Twitter in here. Hey, yo, Isidore Bangs, you asked me if I'm having crap on. Listen, I thought about it, man, but a lot of the homies, including the people in the chat, was like, well, no, I'll tell you that back. The people in the chat said yes. But some of my homies like, man, if you had crap on, I might not come in that day. So, I don't know, man. I might have them on eventually. So, we'll see. Yeah, I'm putting my Twitter in right here. My X. That's just so weird, X. So my podcast is tomorrow. My one-man podcast tomorrow. We gonna have some fun, man. I'm making a thumbnail right after the show, so I'm gonna be prepared. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man.
So Kofi from Press Start, I don't know why I keep saying Press Start. He don't do that no more. Yeah, he said people celebrating Jim Ryan retirement. Have you ever considered the next person appointed can be worse?
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's why I'm always nervous about like Phil Spencer leaving, because it's like I don't know what the next two gonna say. You know, he might not really care about the Xbox brand like that. We might get a chip, right? Someone that like doesn't gain, because that's my biggest thing that I think really vibes with us when it comes to, you know, what's going on right now. I think that's what vibes with me, is the fact that we know Phil games. We know he's playing these games with us. You know how many times I get on Xbox and I see him playing a game? Like,
bro,
all the time.
Hey, man, you remember when the leak happened? Phil was playing Starfield when the leak happened. Because somebody posted it last week.
He's just like, I guess I can't stop at this point.
Right.
But, you know, I appreciate everyone for coming through, man. It's been a fantastic show. Let me get this super chat. Oh, you get that. He's talking about.
Let me see.
He's talking to you.
Oh, come on. Let me see who this is. Where is it?
Raiden Blade.
I don't see it yet. Oh, Rick. Oh, come on, man. Raiden Blade with the 5 pounds. Hi, Dark Wonder Man. Jim lost all ABK. Field offered him ABK, and Jim got COD. Jim got U.S. Congress and JFTC looking like T-Jim. T-Jim. Hey, man, don't call me Dark Wonder. How dare you?
Question. Whoa. It's like a light bulb.
What?
What happens if he's getting pushed out because he didn't take the initial deal? What happens if he pushed at them and was like, look, I know that Microsoft offering us this 10-year deal and we can get all of Activision games, but I'm telling you I can block it. I'm telling you right now, don't sign this. Let me block it. And they went with him, and he didn't get it blocked.
You think so?
It would be interesting. It would
be very interesting.
I guess we could stop with the conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna send you guys over here to Fame, guys. First off, I want to thank everyone coming through. You guys were so generous today. You guys don't know how much that means. You know, not even the fact that the super chats, the likes are up, the views are up. We had almost 800 people in here. Yeah, it was a great podcast, man. You know, yeah. I love when big news gets announced. I love when it gets announced on the day or the day before. not daring. Actually, I probably would have preferred this to get announced like 10 minutes before the show, so I could have preferred the share daring it. But it was nice, man. It was nice.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's all good. You know, we had a great show, bro.
All right, so let me send you guys over here to Fame. King will be on this show, by the way. He'll be on here probably in the next 5 to 10 minutes. I think you guys are... that show's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be crazy. But we're going to get you on over there. You know, $2 per from Raiden Blade, Addict on my level. Appreciate it, man. So go over there to that podcast, sit in the chat, Wait for they got the countdown going on right now. They probably getting King. They're going to probably be a little late going on because it takes for a minute to get King on the show. So I'm sure he's going to be over there. But I will send you guys over there, and I hope you guys have a good day.
Peace out, y'all.
And I'm watching myself because we're going to see King go crazy. You don't need a link. It's going to be it's going to show up in the chat when I end it because I'm rating them. But I appreciate everyone coming through. And
Peace out,
until next time, you guys have a good day. Peace.
Crazy.